Okay. So now I have started the recording again. Now this is like the basic layout of your Scratch programming module. Everything that you have
Teacher,
to do related to Scratch is there in front screen of you. Yes, you want to say something,
teacher,
Bache? Yes, yes.
like then when we click motion, none of the blocks appear. There are no blocks appearing.
Can you
It just
show it?
says no
Can you show
blocks.
it to me on your screen?
Okay. Teacher, can you send a video of it?
I will send you a video of the things that we have to do today. Okay, we are going to make a very small animation of a cat running and a bat flying. So I will show you how these things are going to work.
I cannot show them because you're sharing right now. I cannot share if another person is sharing.
Okay, let me close my share. Yes, now you can share. We are not actually make. Now I have started the recording again. I will explain that again. So in this exercise, today's exercise, what we are going to do is we are going to learn to draw shapes using Scratch. Okay. So first shape that we are going to draw is a square. A square is four lines, four straight lines that are um, four straight lines that are joined at the same angle, and these four lines are all the same. So what we are going to do is we are going to put an event and we are going to make a square when the sprite is going to be clicked. When we will click this sprite, it will make a square. Okay. So what it is going to do is move 10 steps and then turn towards right. In order to turn towards right, you can now see two angles. This is the right angle, this is the left angle. So first we are going to ask it to turn right and turn right to 90 degrees. And then we are going to ask it to move together again. Sorry. And maybe we can ask it to do the same thing 4 times. Now see what happens. When I press the right button, this happens. And when I
Sir, how do you make it back to normal?
back to normal, like what? The cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could get it back to normal here. Starting position, you need to keep it to 90 so that it can turn back on. And then in the pen tool, you can again use erase all. After that,
The square is a bit small.
the square is a bit small. We can always increase that. I'll show you how to do that. Previously, I was moving 10 steps. Now I will ask my character to move like 100 steps so that it would be a little bigger. So let's say how to erase it. We can also fix this. We will say whenever we are going to press the space key, everything is going to be erased. So now when I press space key, everything is removed now. Now there are three events that will help me to make that cat draw a shape. And the shape that the cat is going to draw is
Oh.
fine. Do you understand that? Did you get it? Now see
Yes.
what happens is we are going to follow these steps and we are going to follow it 4 times. Like when the first time we are going to follow it, this cat is going to go forward 100 steps and then we will ask it to turn back on. It will now take 100 steps and turn forward, move back. And we can duplicate it 4 times. We can
Oh,
duplicate it 1, 2, 3, and 4 times so that our character can be taken back. And whenever we press the flag button, I would want my character to come back.
and sir, how do you duplicate it?
Duplicating is very easy. All you have to do is just right click and it will duplicate.
Right click.
And it will duplicate. So whenever we are going to press the flag button, the first thing that is going to happen is wherever our character is, first thing that is going to happen is everything is going to be erased and our character is going to reach the first position. Okay, the initial position. After that, what we are going to do is we are just going to press this cat and this is going to draw a shape for us. Currently, this is drawing a shape. So what we can do is remove all that code here and instead use the control code to repeat this process. And after every turn, we would want it to wait for 0.5 seconds. So now it would look a little more smoother to us. So now when you click this cat, see now it looks more smoother. It is going to keep on repeating this step. It is going to keep on repeating these steps 10 times, but we only want it to be repeated 4 times. So we are going to press that flag button again and ask our character to do that. Okay? So that is something that you can ask your character to do. Now our character is upside down. What I can do is I can just try to turn it. Currently its direction is -90. We can change that direction to +90 and it will be fixed. And then you need to press this flag button so that everything is erased and your character reaches your position. Fine. Now when I will press this button, now when I will press this, click this sprite, it's going to make a triangle for us. Similarly, we can try to make a pentagon also. Okay. For the pentagon, I am going to use another sprite here. So just like the scratch cat, you have a cat flying also. Let's say the flying cat is going to make a pentagon. Now, what is a shape the pentagon is like?
A little like this, I guess.
This is a shape. This is a pentagon. This is how it looks like. If we go to the images, yes. This is the pentagon. It has 5 equal sides. It is not necessarily to have 5 equal sides, but a good pentagon would have 5 equal sides. We have to just understand that how much do we need to turn if we want to make a pentagon. So we need to find out the internal angle of pentagon. So if we want to make a shape with 5 sides instead of 4 sides, we will call it a pentagon, and it has an angle of 108 degrees. So a cat needs to move to 72 degrees. So this cat now, the flying cat, I will put it somewhere also so that it can create a pentagon. Let's say at this place. What I am going to ask it is follow all the code that is here. All the code that I have written for this code, I would want it to write for that cat also. Again, I'm going to start with events, and the first event is when flag clicked. And when the flag is going to be clicked, the first thing that needs to happen is everything needs to be erased. After that, my cat needs to move back to this location, and after that, I am going to put the pen down. Pen down is basically going to allow you to get that lines printed onto your screen. If you are not using pen down, your character will just move in 4 directions but will not make any shape. Like here, if I will not use this pen down option, Now you would be able to see that this cat is going to move into 4 directions.
Take the pen down away. Now it will.
Sorry.
I was saying take the pen down away to make it work.
No, until and unless we are using this erase all, it's going to still work. But let's say that we don't use that. So it is not going to draw anything if we do not choose the pen down option. So we have to choose this pen down option every time we are trying to explain what a character is going to do. And the next thing that we need to do is write a code for it to draw a shape. For example, I would want this flying cat to draw a pentagon, and in order to draw a pentagon I would like it to turn every time and move 100 steps. I will go to control loops and I will ask this process to repeat for 5 times, and the process that I want to do again and again is that I want my cat to turn 72 degrees and then move 100 steps. And again, in the events option, I can select a button, not the space, not space, not no. So when this sprite clicked, and again, also if I want to erase anything anytime, I can use the space button and choose this erase all option so that my character erases everything. So right now, when I press the flag button, both the characters are going to set their position, and this is a square, and this is a pentagon. Again, as it's moving very fast, so I can ask my character.
I think the pentagon is upside down.
Yeah, it
Yes,
is
it's
upside down. It's okay. It can be upside down. If you want to make it in the other direction, what we
It's
can
also
do,
like a house.
it is like how. So if I, let's say that have to create this code for my character, and I want to make a pentagon that is not upside down, I'm going to use the code a little differently.
Oh.
I would want my character to be here and to be facing in this direction. Now I want my character to turn 108 degree so that I can create a pentagon. Let's try that again. Currently it does not look like a pentagon. Maybe the angle is wrong. So we are going to press that space button again and try it again. You click the flag. A flag actually needs to be. So I would want my character to be starting from here, looking at the other direction. The angle it's going to follow is 72 degrees again. And let's see what happens when we click this scratch. I would want to add that weight here also so that my character slows down. I can see what it is actually doing. 1 second weight is very large, so I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to do the small. So now this is perfect. This is not upside down. This has a perfect shape. Similarly, if I want to draw Similarly, if I want to draw a rectangle close to that pentagon, I can pick my cat and come here and change its position to -136 and 2, whichever position of xy is here. So now this cat character needs to be at this position. So for that, I'm going to go to this cat option, put the code down again, put it back to this position and change this value -113. X value is -113 and Y value is -84. Okay, I'm going to put it back, press the space button so everything is removed. If I want to draw both the shapes at the same time, I can do that also. For that, I would have to choose an event. And in the event option, instead of clicking at the sprite, I need to use when space pressed, and then I can change the space button to any other button that I want. Let's say I'm going to change it to okay, A. So when I will press A, this is going to happen. Fine. And similarly, for this cat also, I want this cat to start making a rectangle when this is done and we press the button A. So now the code is like very much the same in both the sides. So now let's see what happens when we press the A button. So they both are making a shape. Fine.
They're all closed together.
They're all close together. We can always put and change their positions where they start so that they can work accordingly. Fine. You can change these codes as per your own need, wherever you want to put your cat to. Let's say that I want to put this cat a little away from the flying cat. So I will take it to for let's say 60. So every time I press that flag button, my character now is going to move a little up. And when I press A, they're again making shapes on their own. Similarly, I can move the flying cat a little away as well. If I want to, let's say, move it away to this position so that they do not overlap. So the position is 45 and -100. I can change this position here, 45 and -100. It's minus, so put the minus here. And then we can again press the A button so that it can start making their shapes. Fine. So this is something that you have to do after today's lesson. Do that laurel trail thing also and try to create these two shapes also. Similarly, you can create a hexagon as well. Similarly, you can create a hexagon as well. You know,
That's impossible.
a hexagon is a shape that has 6 parts, that has 6 sides. So you can draw that shape as well. And similarly, if you want to draw a rectangle,
Can
you
you
can draw the
show it
rectangle.
again?
The hexagon part
Yeah.
is here in front of you. See, instead of moving 5 times, when I was moving 5 times and was turning 72 degrees, it was helping me to create a pentagon. Fine. But when I am
Yeah.
repeating the process 6 times and turning 60 degrees instead of 72 degrees, I am making a hexagon. Hexagon has
So we
6
can
sides.
make a heptagon with repeat 7 times and use 42.
Yeah, if you want to use the 42, I can show that to you if that would work or not, but I'm not sure that if 42 is going to work, but we can check if you want. So this heptagon is not complete. It could be an octagon if we do it 8 times. I think so. As the octagon is not complete. If I change it to 45 degrees, maybe then we are going to have an octagon.
It will be on 9 times.
So this is octagon 8 times with 45 degrees. If we want to go with the 7 sides, I'm not sure. I can check it on the Google. What is the internal angle of what do we call it? Heptagon.
Heptagon. Hemagagon.
This one.
Yeah.
How many sides does it have? So heptagon is I don't know if it is a word. So these are like different shapes. Heptagon has 7 sides. Heptagon has 7 sides. So we can draw the heptagon if we want. Heptagon internal angle.
Daddy. Mommy, baby. It's mommy ka pa. Let's take it. Mommy ka pa. Mommy back.
180 minus 128.5. So if we are turning like there's only 2 minutes left, I'm just trying to create a heptagon. 118 minus 128.57, if I'm not wrong.
No.
What is 180 minus 128.5? So 180 minus 128.57. 51.43. So if this angle is
77.14.
51.43, let's just see that if we could do it. I'm not sure though. I would want to turn it to
than
this
1
direction
minute.
first. Yes, less than 1 minute is left and we have to be very careful. So let's see that if it makes a heptagon for us. Did it?
Yes.
No.
Yes, it did. It did. So I have now wrote the code for like every shape that you want to make. I will share the video with you. You can draw these simple shapes and your